Well, long time no see. Now, I know it's been a while, but I've been trying to figure out how to play this game all day.
Super Mario 3D World. I think there's an issue here.
I've tried everything I could. Watch this. Ah! See, nothing. That's what I'm getting at. That was very confusing on what I'd done. That's literally how other people felt when this game released.
With this game being released on November 22nd, 2013 to compete against GTA 5, which was released right before Super Mario 3D World. You know, being pulled into two different directions, playing Super Mario 3D World or playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, I bet this is going to be in the history books of the future. This is supposed to be the next fully 3D Mario game.
Really?
This game looks a lot better than Super Mario Galaxy 2. I even think this is the best looking Mario game there is. But this isn't the kind of game people were expecting though. The development started right after 3D Land, and from further reading, it looks like they had a bunch of ideas that they just had to scrap because they didn't really like them after they tried it out. Well, looks like a lot of new things have been added though. The cab bell.
Yeah.
The double cherry.
I mean, yeah, in the game it's supposed to make up like 4 or 5 copies of your character, but I still haven't found my copy, and not after that fateful day. What do you mean that fateful day? I'm not gone. But what do you mean? I thought you was gone. Don't you remember? Even though this game is outdated, it's still a thrill to play even to this day. There's only one problem I have. I lost the copying machine and the copy I made. So I better get some flyers out. Bro, what are you talking about? You don't need flyers. No, I don't have any clue.
Clear pipes.
Haven't they become a meme?
As well as free roaming maps for the player to explore, but in all reality, there really isn't much to do here. At most, you might find a 1-up here and there, but so far, I haven't gotten any footage whatsoever of that happening. That's pretty much how rare it is. But the direction of this game was for it to be intended for the fanbase of New Super Mario Bros. Series. Kind of with a 3D Land playstyle though.
People like me?
Well, no. I don't really think this game resembles that. I think it's supposed to resemble another game entirely with new mechanics.
Dizzy.
Super Mario 3D World had kind of a rough reveal. This was going to be Mario's next big 3D game after 3D Land and Mario Galaxy 2, but as a new adventure.
Oh man, I cannot wait to see this one. Yes! No!
Nintendo apparently had something else planned for the game.
This is technically the first 3D Mario game that supports up to 4 players at the same time. But what are we waiting for? On to the gameplay! Okay, we just hit X.
Now, of course, none of this game takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom.
They just broke the law!
It instead takes place in an entirely different kingdom called the Sprixie Kingdom.
You know, it's strange on how you get to the kingdom initially, because you know the playable characters, Mario, Green Stash, Peach, and Blue Toad, they come across this broken glass pipe. Now, of course, Mario and Luigi, the heroes they are, they fix it. But...
What's this?
Wait a minute, I can guess what's happening next. I don't know.
Bowser appears out of the pipe.
That's unfair! Bowser deserves a vacation!
And of course, you're the hero and you go after Bowser and land in Sprixie Kingdom, traveling across 8 worlds, but if you're insane, then 7 plus Castle World.
Okay. So I had to pause the tape real quick because there's literally a spoiler in the next line I say. Now, if you don't want to see the spoiler, then just let me say something to you. If you don't want to see the spoiler or anything, you hear it, whatever, just go to the timestamp that says controllers.
At the end of World 8, the Sprixie princesses you just rescued got captured once again, and they're sent to World Bowser, which is like a theme park type world that Bowser's created. After beating the 9th world, you're greeted by a rocket to complete extra worlds that feature mainly the same courses, but they have a twist on them, a little bit harder, as well as unlock Rosalina as a playable character. But you do get the spin attack from Super Mario Galaxy, which is really cool.
Do I really have to do the next part?
Controllers! Everyone's favorite pastime.
I mean, you know, it's just a quick overview. Nothing too in-depth right now.
The Wii U gamepad.
Am I looking at a controller or a TV?
The Wii U Pro Controller. Now this is how a proper controller is supposed to be, but I only have one, or the Wii Remote. I mean, this one's fine. If you feel like a maniac, then this is definitely the controller for you, because it has an 8-way directional pad for a 360-degree environment.
Man, I'm still confused on my phone.
Now, it's not really a 360-degree environment. It's pretty much a 360-degree environment which you're locked in one of 8 directions. That's it. But the game primarily borrows controls from the new Super Mario Bros. Series.
That greedy son.
While it's fine in most cases, I kind of feel like holding the Y button to run in a 3D environment can be a little bit difficult when trying to pull off other moves. But you know, you're going to be finding yourself running for the majority of the game, so why complain? I think you're better off just putting tape on the run button and running for the entire game. Soon you get stuck, and I'm sure it's fine though. Just call Nintendo Power Hotline. They'll probably help.
That's strange. Did you get any help? No, I think they want us to pay a ransom of $500.
But of course, we need the story. So the story begins with Bowser kidnapping the fairies that rule Sprixie Kingdom. And of course, we get transported, complete levels, rescue them one at a time. Some real hero work going on here.
Well, this is something we haven't seen in a very long time.
The characters that I've already mentioned before, there's really something special about them. You get special abilities with them. This really hasn't been seen since Super Mario Bros. USA, new Super Mario Bros. 2. Literally everything is the same in this game as they were in that game. Mario's balanced, Green Stash jumps high, Peach floats for a certain amount of time, and Toad is speed. Now of course, this isn't a fully 3D world going on here.
See what I did there?
This more acts like Super Mario 3D Land, and if you guess that, then you're right, because the game is heavily inspired by Super Mario 3D Land.
Wow, it's like you said that 10 times already today. I didn't know that at all.
But of course, this game makes you think though. There must have been something more for the Wii U.
Well, since that's over with, let me reveal something to you that's totally not Super Mario 3D Land.
This is it. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, being released to the public on February 12th of 2021. This is the game we should have gotten on the Wii U, but it is actually on the Nintendo Switch for some unknown reason.
You want to know one good thing about this? Is that this is not a repeat of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, because I never really got the Switch version of this game.
The reveal was kinda actually way better than the Wii U version, and I remember this reveal being all excited for it.
Now, of course, I know you probably already know this, but there's amiibo figures for the game. This game. But what's even funnier is that the original game came out before amiibo figures were a thing. So I kind of think they added it a little bit seamlessly. I just added power-up spawn every time you tap an amiibo and add a controller.
Sure, we got the usual Nintendo Direct saying another Wii U game gets another chance on Nintendo Switch, but we was excited nonetheless. After the game released though, this game had some changes to the original. Normally Nintendo doesn't really go and change up their older games when porting outside of compatibility issues, but this, your character almost goes to the speed of light here. Now the main story itself hasn't changed a bit at all.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was going to have to complain at the wall all day.
The game is still this weird mess as it was in 2013, so don't worry, you can still enjoy the game like that. Small things have changed here and there besides the speed of running. Stamps have been fully colored and used for screenshots, instead of Miiverse now since the service is taken down and you can't access on Nintendo Switch anyways.
Changes. What about them?
online multiplayer. This isn't the best though, so don't get your hopes up. This is a really laggy experience for what I've played, and plus they're only allowed to play with people who are on your friends list. I mean, I would understand if this is some sort of prevention for the younger audience, but come on man, I'm older than most of Nintendo's expected audience. There is of course the amiibo. I never used this. But what about the second game on this small cart? This is something we've needed for the Wii U. An incredible story. Well, okay, maybe I can predict the story as much as the next guy. Oh no, Mario's the hero, Bowser's wreaking havoc, we have to stop, etc, etc. But this is an expansive world to explore, with you unlocking more as you go along the game.
It takes heavy inspiration from Super Mario Odyssey, doesn't it?
While the same engine as 3D World is used, I feel like this is taken more from Super Mario Odyssey this time instead of 3D Land. I mean, this is fine, but at least you team up with Bowser Jr. Just like Super Mario Odyssey, I think there's a pattern here. So apparently the story starts out similar as the original game does, but only with Mario being transported to an unknown world of some sort. But at least finally, we get to see Giga Bowser after so long with Giga Mario.
That character is mainly Super Smash Bros. Territory. We do not cross that line at all today.
But honestly, I like this quite a bit. Nintendo has done a lot more to this game than what they've done to any other Wii U port. This is similar treatment to how the Mario and Luigi series has been getting. Extra modes aside from the main story to entertain the audience and give something new, but this is a lot more.
But you want to know something funny about Super Mario 3D World on Nintendo Switch? Is the guidebook that released about 2013-2014-ish actually still works with it to this day because there's literally no changes outside of the character's speeds.
To be honest, I kind of like that the characters have been drinking a little bit too much Monster Energy drinks. How do the controls feel different compared to the original? Well, they don't, to be honest. When playing the game, you feel like you're playing with the proper controller, but with the characters going 120 miles per hour, it doesn't really help a lot because the controls kind of feel a bit slippery.
You see that? That's what it's like.
While it may not be noticeable to most people, I can kind of tell that the controls feel slippery and you'll slide a bit more when stopping.
But it isn't really all that bad. Now, of course, while Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U might be one of the best looking Mario games, I think the Switch version kinda wins, just because the extra mode that's included. But if it was down just to the main game itself, I think the Wii U version would win. Mainly because you're not going at top speed, pretty much. You're going enough pace where you can see what's going on.